Right, everyone. So something happened with my PDF there for a second. So just to repeat what I had said, this stuff here, the first thing and the last thing that you will study, please trust my slides. Obviously, absolutely essential that you trust my slides. Insofar as this case study is concerned, there is no chance that any questions can be drawn from it. I don't know how they can actually ask any of these bits that they've included there as a question in Learning Unit 1. So please ignore case study 2 completely. The Seattle Coffee Company, without a shadow of a doubt, there will be a question on. There definitely will be a question on shared value, and so now I need to just see if I can get that right. We'll see. So without a shadow of a doubt, a question on shared value. So another, now look at this rubbish in the middle of that page. Sorry, before I attend to that, let me attend. What is going on here? Okay, let me just get rid of this. For some reason, this is now come in there. Let me just see that I didn't lose it at the top. Okay, so that stayed there. And it's here as well for some reason. Right, so definitely on shared value and inclusive business. And I would imagine that putting in spaces between words might be a good idea. Right, the second one that is likely to be here, guys, in the Seattle Coffee Company. Okay, definitely they could ask you to perform an internal environmental analysis for Seattle Coffee Company. So Milani, she may kind of help us, I believe. It is going to be Learning Unit 6, I think, guys. Sorry, I'm working on one screen because I have load shedding. So sorry, it's Learning Unit 7. Learning Unit 7. And then you're looking at, I will give another one from Learning Unit 7 as well. It will be, as I would study the whole of Learning Unit 7. Other options that they could ask from Learning Unit 7 is they absolutely could ask you, and although we've done this, is to This is LU7. And I also just say that they, without a doubt, can ask you to determine the value of see I'm not going to type it out. Okay. So Seattle Coffee Company. For a moment there, I was almost like, let me not say the name. Now, don't be silly and ask me, what is SEC? Because I will tell you to get lost. Determine the value of Seattle Coffee Company's resources. Guys, there are a number of things from Learning Unit 7 they can ask you. Honestly, it really lends itself to Learning Unit 7 to me, and then also just they could definitely ask you on the value chain as well, particularly. It's unlikely that they're going to ask you everything from one learning unit, but remember you've got the questions from the other learning unit. Critically analyze SCCs, value chain. And then add it in with the other questions. I have a sneaky feeling that we have every potential question that they are likely to ask. I'm just going to remove the bit at the end where I suggest the marks. The one thing that I found now that I've marked the tests for my third years is that there is not complete logic in the allocation of marks in the actual rubric. That's the one thing that caught me a bit off guard. There's no logic in the allocation of marks. So I don't want to suggest what the marks should be. Guys, please also just do me a favor when you write this sit-down test, and I don't know whether you're used to sit-down tests, please make sure that you do planning for the test. Go look at the rubric, go look at the mark allocation, and then make sure that you actually divide your 2 hours up. I cannot reiterate that more. Right, the next one is a tourism. Sorry guys, these case studies are absolutely stupidly bloody ridiculous. I don't know how sharp my microphone is, but there's some swear words in my under breath at the moment. Guys, the only thing that I can imagine here, I don't think I can discern a single question in addition to the ones that I've identified here already. Okay, so if you study the questions that are there already, I don't see and foresee an additional question that can be asked for this stupidly idiotic article that has been included here. I also don't know or see how this can be the exam question. Please do me a favor and write the first exam, but I really don't know how this can be an exam question. You know, obviously I don't have a crystal ball, and we never know what goes on in the thinking behind the scenes. But my gosh, if this is the thinking behind the scenes, I would rather challenge a wood chipper to a headbutting competition. I don't think that will be the question. Okay, I absolutely don't think that will be the question. Having said that, I can't see anything additional there that won't be covered in the other questions that we've already created. Unless they create a question saying you're a tour operator and you have just read this report, how do you position yourself? That's all I can imagine that they could ask. Now, if they're going to do that, then that might be a question, but now that's stretching the imagination. So far, just to say, guys, in terms of what I see here and what I've put forward, okay, I'm going to leave that out now because it boggles my imagination. Okay. Okay, also just say, guys, nothing here that we've not already covered in the previous questions. So if you've studied the theory from previously, you can cover it with these as well. Okay, so nothing new there. And then pick and pay. Okay, obviously we can see this is again the inclusive business and that stuff. Absolutely. So to go through this, so they've given us a generic rubric. Okay, so to just go through this very quickly. So vision, mission, evaluating, it's more likely to be mission. 5 forces, without a doubt. Pestle analysis, without a doubt. Shared value, inclusive business, without a single shadow of a doubt. Pestle analysis, balanced scorecard, without a shadow of a doubt. And then, yeah, internal analysis. Yeah, again, shared value. I shouldn't have repeated that. Value of supply chain. Other questions that are absolutely essential, and I'll put them at the bottom, and I don't know where they'll apply. Be aware that you are likely to see the 5 Ps, the 5 Ps of strategy. 5 Ps of strategy. always is there. That is Learning Unit 1. You should know where that is by now. It's right at the beginning. Okay. Also, in fact, let me do this slightly differently. There is always something from Learning Unit 1. Okay. So Learning Unit 1, 5 P's of strategy, always there. Without a shadow of a doubt. I don't know why I put that there. 5 P's of strategy. Also inside, out, and outside in. Need to know that as well. Have to know that off by heart without a single shadow of a doubt. I know that I'm almost covering the entire Learning Unit 1, and my apologies for doing that, because Learning Unit 1 they always draw from. And see that. So 5 P's without a shadow of a doubt, have to learn that. And then, yeah, and then perspectives on strategy. Perspectives on strategy, have to know, okay. And oh, sorry, yeah, sorry, perspectives on strategy. Have to know without a single shadow of a doubt, no question. It's one of those that is always asked as well, and it's either or now, obviously. And then, guys, hold on a second. Let me make sure about the perspectives. Is that the inside out, outside in? I can't even remember. Sorry, just study the outside in and inside out. I don't know, because I'm an idiot. Paradoxes, that's the word I was looking for. I'm a bit of an idiot, my apologies. Strategic paradoxes. If you don't see 5 P's, you'll see strategic paradoxes. And then the last one, and it's going to be one of those guys, without a shadow of a doubt. And I'm so sorry that I'm almost saying study everything. You're also Learning Unit 1, and this will be the last one. It's literally me saying study the entire chapter, but it could also be tests for a winning strategy. So my apologies for that. But if you study that, plus those questions that we've identified, you cannot go wrong. That will be the first stuff you study, and that will be the last stuff you study. In terms of the case studies, I cannot see this being a case study. That second stupid one. This is definitely there. The first one is definitely there. I think this is a load of horse manure. Unless they say you're a tour operator, which would annoy me intensely. And then this is definitely there, but it's already covered in the questions and pick and pay. So cases, what is that? Milani, help me quickly. Cases 4 and 2 are complete horse manure. I will not look at them. Okay, 4 and 2 I will ignore. If they are there, blow me down. Honestly, then I'm a bigger idiot than I know I am. Okay. Control S. Okay, guys, I'll upload this now onto the group and onto the, let me just minimize this. Sorry, this stupid thing is now saving, so it's sitting in the background.